When you see your pastor, you might notice that most people that see me know always say, boy, he always smiling. He got the biggest, brightest smile. Well, let me tell you how one of the things that enhanced my smile. Over 20 some odd years ago, I go to the orthodontist and I get Invisalign. When it was really a new concept, cousin. I get these invisible braces, as it were, these plastic level type braces that you put on your teeth. And so I go through the process. My smile gets better. My teeth get straighter. I'm liking the way my smile starts looking. And then when they finally take the retainers off, what happened, coach, is the lady says to me, they took the braces off, and she said, now here are your retainers. You want to wear them every night before you go to bed. And my immediate question, Brother Lily, was for how many weeks or how many days? How long do I do it? And she said, oh, this is your life from now on. You must always wear these retainers. And I said, my life from now on? I said, wait a minute, that can't be right. So she says, oh yes, you got to always wear these. I said, it's got to be an end to it at some point. And then they called the orthodontist in, Doc Ellis, and he broke it down to me in a way that I was able to understand. He says, DL, what we did to your mouth is not natural. Your teeth naturally want to shift the way they were before we put the braces on. And in order to make sure that a regression doesn't happen, you've got to keep these retainers in. Otherwise, it'll go back to the natural state. So it made me recognize that what happens when we start proclaiming a word of God, that what's happening inside our mouth is not natural. On the contrary, cousin, it's a supernatural experience. But I cannot just speak the word one time and expect that miracles are going to happen. No, I've got to consistently, constantly, repetitively speak a word of faith so that that word continues to dominate my mouth. See, if I miss a week or a month or a year without braces, my teeth will go back to the way they used to be. If I stop proclaiming the goodness and mercy and power and all of the peace of God, then my miracle life will go back to the way that it used to be. It used to be random and not predictable. It used to be sporadic where I couldn't put a pin on it. I couldn't understand all the time, family, why sometimes I would pray and answer would come, and other times I would pray and the answer would be non-existent. The reason is because I didn't learn the art of retainers. I didn't know that the spiritual retainer says, keep on speaking the word that God has given you. Don't let it go. Come here, Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. He says, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. He said it should never leave your mouth. In other words, this is a retainer. This is designed to keep miracles on schedule. It's designed to keep manifestation on track. Some people allow what they see or what they experience to change what they say. That's not using your retainers. I got to use my retainers because if I stop proclaiming the goodness of God, I run the risk of speaking like a natural man. These are my actual retainers. This is what I keep in my mouth to make sure my smile doesn't change. And in the supernatural, these are our actual retainers. This is what we keep in our mouth to make sure our miracles don't change. We want our miracles to be powerful, and we cannot let them go.